G'day ladies and gents, and welcome back to Kingdom Come Deliverance with Mags, and welcome back to Rattay. So, we have just got back. We're going to do a report now to Sir Radzig and Sir Hanush on the events of the monastery and what we've found out at this point. I hope you enjoy.
Sir, I have news, and I'm sorry to say it's nothing good.
After everything that's happened, you have even worse news. That's almost impressive.
I'm afraid so. It's going to happen again, and on an even bigger scale.
You're full of good cheer, aren't you? What exactly will happen?
It seems the Pribyslavitz encampment was just the start, and they're far from defeated.
How did you find out?
I found a recruiting agent who works for them, and let him recruit me.
Ah, God's holy hat. You never cease to surprise me, lad.
And what did you find out?
They have another much bigger encampment in Vranyk near to Sasau.
What do those bastards want? And who the hell are they?
To hurt us? Conquer the region? I'm not sure yet, but I can find out.
How?
I'm one of them now. I have their secret sign. I know where their camp is. All I have to do is go and take a look.
We haven't spoken to them
That's
yet.
out of the question. It's too risky.
Sire, compared to everything I went through to get this, it will be child's play. I already passed their test. They trust me.
Then we'll have to attack them before things get out of hand. Ideally, right now, when they're not expecting us. Once we catch that mangy little shit, we can ask him nicely what he wants. But then again, before we attack, it would be useful to have a spy go and scout out how many of them there are and what they're up to.
I don't want you to take any unnecessary risks.
It's much less risky than our raid on Pribyslavitz.
All right then, Hal. Go there and find out how many of them there are, and what their plans are, whatever you can. But don't stick your neck out too far.
Yes, sir.
Godspeed, lad.
We had a little bit more information there than we probably should have, really. Interesting to see what that's done to the quest map at this point. Whether or not that's just completely dropped out the A point and gone us... No, the A point's still there. So we've still got to go to that place by the swamp. Alright, so we can actually catch back up. I'm imagining that's where we're supposed to get the sign, and we've actually just sort of... thanks to discovering this place on our way down, we've actually sort of skipped a couple of things here and there. Although now looking at it where its position is in comparison to everything else, that's right on Sasau for an attack, and has access to a road that leads not directly but pretty close to Rattay and to Ledenchko. It's actually a pretty good location for a camp, all things considered. So, after selling all of our loot off in order to get our funds up to about 5,000 groschen for our town, it was time to grab a quick night's sleep, and then we're going to head north in order to be able to see if we can find this other ancient treasure.
What's going on there?
And then this happened. What's going on? It's just me. Always somebody getting in my way. Anyways, we are probably going to have to exit up the north side for the moment, because we are going to go and find this other treasure now. Wait, why am I being asked to surrender? What did I do?
Yeah.
Okay. Apparently everybody's after me at the moment for some reason. Dog, did you shit on somebody's foot? I honestly have no idea what the hell just happened. At the very least, they don't seem to be still coming, although I'm still engaged. What the hell is going on? Reputation. Rattay. Okay, so apparently I've committed a crime in Rattay? What have I done? Two Groschen. 1 Questcraft Gambling. No, that's only the stats for the thing. Buff Spurs against all odds. No. I'm not sure what I've done, and there's nothing here other than saying that there is apparently... Yeah, it doesn't give me any indication on what I've apparently done. I have no idea. Regardless, we don't actually have to go back to Rattay for a bit now. We've got everything else sorted. We've got our gold, so we are just going to head off to the next ancient treasure, see whether or not we can actually find it, and then we're going to head north regardless. So our next stop anyway is Neuhoft. So, back. Sorry, just working out the map here. Bends around and then it bends back. And it's sort of partial. It's roughly in line with the logging camp. So if we go to logging camp first, that should get us at least somewhat close.
Yeah.
Well, that is... Actually, I wonder, that's a house, and I wonder if those rocks aren't actually rocks, if that's actually the logging camp. So logging camp and a house with a spiky roof, which would mean we would need to go in somewhere about here, and there does actually appear to be a bit of a path we can follow. Charcoal burners there anyway. So yeah, I reckon it's probably up here. Now the question is, how far in do we actually have to go now? If this is the point we've got to go in between the trees. Because there's no actual... It's just to a cross. No indication on where that's actually going to be. Discover Rattay Woods, yep, well. I'm guessing this path here might be it. At least it seems to be a path leading somewhere. Burned out building. You discovered an interesting site. Skull. We've only got this chest. Yeah, it's a rabbit. Buck's blood. Save your snaps. Some groschen. I don't think this is it. I don't think this is it. For an ancient treasure, I expect something fairly large. The last one had armor and all sorts of stuff in it, and I think it'll be the same with this one. This is just an interesting point that we happen to have come across. But it's not the point.
I should turn back before Sir Radzig starts thinking I ran off.
Okay, so that's not it. That does look like a grave, though. That is a grave. That is, in fact, a grave. It is, in fact, a grave that I can dig. This might actually be the treasure. Decorated riding boots. This is looking very similar to the last one. Lucky playing die. Recipe for poison. Silver ring. Stinger. Warhorse. Yeah, it's got the warhorse stuff. This is it. This is a really shitty one to find. It's like I had the spade on me from the last one, but that didn't. And I fall straight back down the hole again. Henry, you idiot. Lucky I had the spade on me still from the last treasure. This one didn't give me an indication that this was actually anything interesting until I was nearly on top of it. And it's I suppose it's got a skull and crossbones. But that doesn't really tell you it's a grave. I mean, is there an obvious skull and crossbones here? Missed. No, put the sword away. There's nothing here that really indicates. I was like, in context, yeah, skull and crossbones makes sense in terms of a grave, but you know, it could be X marks the spot as well. It could be anything. Yeah, that's a really shitty treasure map. That's a really shitty treasure map. All right. Well, anyways, let's have a quick look at what we've got here. So we've got the plate check died, Warhorse gauntlets, Warhorse pauldrons. Now, how do these fare with what I've got? These are 12, 12, 5 versus 23, 20. Yeah, so those are actually really bad. Really bad. By comparison, yeah, in comparison to what I've got, those are actually kind of horrible. The Waffenrock looks cool though. Yeah, having a look at that, I think I might just put all this Warhorse stuff aside. Doesn't seem to have a value at all. I'm guessing this is because it's sort of bonus items or anything else, but that's actually really garbage. Yeah, I'm going to find a chest for that just so I'm not carrying its weight around. And I don't think I'm going to use it in the slightest, but I'll keep looking for the treasures as I've got them. I think I've got some more treasure maps put away somewhere, so I'll go and find the rest of them. At the very least, the other items that are inside there are definitely worth it, and at 250 gold a pop, they're worth my time to go and dig up, I think.
Yeah.
At least they're fun to try and find, although that one, not so much. So obviously you're supposed to sort of find the house and the corpse hanging from the tree, because that all seemed to be in a straight line roughly from the point on the road. And you're just supposed to work out that it's meant to be indicating a grave site, and then happen to stumble across the grave site as you're riding through. Which I did. I didn't see it on the first pass at all. It was only on the return, so... Huh. Well, that is that. So our next destination from here is to go north. Although I want to go by Neuhoft. And we have a mission marker. Activity giver is lit up, so we have to get up there. So first stop, we're going to Neuhoft. I've got to see a man about a saddle. Oh, the guards here don't seem to care about me at all. Alright, so let's go see if we can find somebody who will sell us some better riding gear at the very least. What have we got on our mount? Yes, inspect. No. Okay, horse. Tack. Not actually a whole lot on this one. No body armor. No head armor. Only the cover, which is fairly worn. The plain saddle with saddlebags. Alright, so let's move to infantry. Yes. Plain bridle. Alright, you stay there. Now, who do we speak to? Nope. Talk to you. Let's talk trade. Alright, so we can have a look at what I've got and what I'd like to actually see better than roughly what these. Alright, check basket. Now, let's haggle that a little bit.
Let's talk about the price.
All right, so.
At least you can do is turn around and face me. 200.
Aye, that would do it.
Maybe I should have gone higher again. Henry's negotiation skill is getting so good that people are just handing him out the gold. Alright, silver ring on. Now there's a whole bunch of stuff here I noticed that I'm just not wearing. That I should be. Those two should be on. I'm not sure why they weren't. That's the offhand, which should be the shield. So, strange. Alright, horsey, let's see what you've got here. Move to horse. Move to horse. And where's the saddle? Move to horse. It's a little brighter than I would like, but it works. Actually, I suppose I can carry him over, and then I can just change the look of the horse at will. So, although that's changed now, that's not so bright. That's far darker now, and looks much nicer. Okay. That's not bad. That's not bad at all. You still need some armor. I haven't found a place that sells armor yet, but you're still going to need some armor, but that is a definite improvement. I like that. Alright, come on. That's not bad. Alright, so our next spot to go to. Honestly, I think we're going to have to go by Talmberg first to find the origin of the faulty stone. That's just to clean up that quest because it's a bit loose in that area. And it's on our way to Privislavitz anyway. So we'll go that way. And see if the... Well, I think we've got about 5k on us at the moment in terms of gold. Is enough to get us through. See what the quest is up there. And if it's... Well, if we need more, we may have to do a skeleton run soon before we head back down south. So, let us go.
Yeah.
Okay, and what are you all about?
May I disturb you for a moment? Friend, could I have a word with you?
What are you after?
Again? Ah, yes. I suppose you
I
want to
remember
challenge
you.
me to a duel? Yes, that was just my intention. I've been practicing. I got much better at it.
All right.
Since you've taken the trouble. Come on then.
You asked for it.
You gonna swing? Yeah, you haven't been practicing that much.
Yo! You call that combat?
Yep.
God damn!
That is really nice armor you've got there, though, mate.
Now,
Really
now.
nice. That would sell for quite a lot.
Yo! Topsy Tiere!
That's a point in strength, so this is worth stopping for. Yeah, no, the last time I encountered the faint-hearted knight was in the forest south of Privislavitz, actually. I think it was before I actually did the raid on the town, back when the criminals were still there. I was a bit slow on that one.
Here!
Yeah, I
What's
encountered
up?
him while I was
Shit yourself.
searching for... That's brave words from somebody who's been hit in the face repetitively at this point. Whose blood's staining my blade.
God!
Yeah, it's why I was searching for the town. I wound up fighting him. Oh, okay, that didn't work quite as well as I thought. Hey, no hitting my horse. This is working out wonders. That's a main level increase, sword increase. Actually, how did I get a... I wasn't, I'm not quite... That may have been level 20 in swords. Maybe. Actually, no, I think I was only about level 16 in swords, so I might be only 17 or something now. It's only defense that I'm level 20 in at this point, which is, as far as I can tell, as high as you can go, unless there is another way in the game that I haven't come across yet for increasing one's level.
Fuck!
Come on.
Shit!
Probably should have dropped the shield for this one, to be perfectly honest. I don't really need it. It's actually sort of getting in the way and distracting me a little.
Damn! Beat it again. When will this ever end?
Probably no time. I have a funny feeling I'm going to be encountering you again at some point in the future. Now stay away from my horse. You do have nice armor. Nah, it's fine. Anyways, where were we up to? So in the glade, so it's only a short run through here to Talmberg now, so we're not far out of where we need to be. Shame there's no gold in that. Nah. Alright, there is our quest giver. we can go across this one. Let's see if we can go get an answer about the stone. As much as this is a much older quest now, it's about time we came back to it. I wouldn't mind tidying this one up. Rupert.
God almighty, has something happened to you? Did someone steal your
Oh,
fancy
shut
clothes?
up.
Here's the cursed stone that caused so much damage.
It's old and weathered. But this isn't my stone.
What?
Well, this stone isn't from my quarry. See the grain? That's not from the weathering. The stone is from somewhere else.
Okay. Tell the master builder about the origin of the stone.
Good luck, then.
So, that will be all the way back in... Yep, that is another spot down here. Master builder about the stone. Everything is all coming back to Sasau, isn't it? Everything is coming back to Sasau. Alright, anyways, first stop, we've got to go back to Privoslavets. So we've got to go up the cliff around to the north will be the fastest way. We have got an unexplored place in there. I will get around to that at some point. And then ride through. Although we could take that path. Regardless. Yeah, we might take that path. Just continue through and make the turn. Just for something a little bit different. I haven't ridden that in a while. You know what would be really nice? An upgrade that would allow you to change and build out the quality of the road leading to your town, because this is dodgy. I mean, when you sort of consider this road... Let's just cut through. When you sort of consider this road, it becomes very obvious why you get attacked so many times just going to Privoslavets. Although, pretty quiet on this particular one. Anyways, here we go. Refugee camp. Now, I want to go speak to the quest giver first, who is over here somewhere. Judge. Okay, so this is the judgment thing.
There's another unpleasant matter for you to handle.
Okay, so I have to
Nothing too
decide
terrible, I think.
over people's...
That's for you to decide, Master Bailiff. As you know, the woods and everything in them belong to our liege lord. He gave you the right to make use of them. But as far as I know, no one else is allowed to hunt there.
Let me guess. Some of our fold are putting game on their tables from our woods, and I have to deal with them.
Just so. A case like this ought to be judged by his lordship himself, but I fear Sir Divish might be a little too strict in this matter.
So what are my options?
You can hand the poachers over to justice, let them off with a warning, or, of course, one can always turn a blind eye and leave it in the hands of God. What's your decision?
I don't want to punish them. I've poached before. But I am supposed to be the law in the region, so give them a warning.
We'll confiscate the poached game and put the fear of God into the culprit so they don't do it again. No point in carrying it any higher. We should keep our own affairs in order.
A wise decision, Henry. I'll see to it.
Maybe I should have cleaned up my armor. Alright, so apparently I just issued a poaching ban. Was that it? That one. M, not N. That was apparently it. Okay, fair enough. Alright, let's see, after the time we spent in the monastery and the time we've spent running around since, how much of that gold that we put up here... And there goes my phone, apologies for that, everybody. See how much of the gold that I put in here is still actually here. We've still got 5k. Hey, that's not bad. So I can deposit an additional, when I find out where I left my Grushin, we're at 4.9. I want to keep probably about 900 on me as just in case I need it stuff. So put another 4 in. That brings us up to 9 in total. So that's alright. Now, what have we got that we can build here? We've got the temporary rat house. We haven't upgraded the rat house, but that's 500. But that's only going to increase costs. I need stuff that's going to increase money first. That's my primary. Church repairs I don't want to do until I've sort of got everything else in the town all done. Forge requires charcoal, which we have. Decent settlements must have a blacksmith who fashions tools. It costs 8,000 for this, which will leave me tight in regards to the money. I'll need to make some money really fast. It's not going to provide anything on its own for the moment, however. Bakery. Needs grain, which we don't have. Needs livestock, which we don't have. Actually, it will. It might. It'll make 500. No, it will. It'll make 500. And with a swordsmith or an armorsmith, it'll make an additional 250 and requires 5 people. So that's actually a viable option. I'd need to go and make some money straight away to put straight back in here so that the bills can actually be paid and nothing's overdue. I still need to organise livestock. I need to organise grain. Stables requires a forge. Traders we have. No grain or anything for the tavern. Bridge and road is built. It's built. Beehives cost money for the moment. Yeah, the only thing we could do here is potentially the blacksmith or the forge, and that's not actually a bad thing because it makes 500. We'll be left with 1,000, and we have charcoal. Generating 500 I don't think is enough to cover the costs of everything inside of this camp, but it's a start, and at the very least it's going to make it a little bit easier and me have to generate less money. So we might do that, and then I might have to do a skeleton run. Don't get out of the chair. Get back in the chair. Sit your ass down. Good boy.
I want to build something.
Certainly, Master Bailiff. What's it to be?
Village centre buildings. What do we got? The forge.
We'll need plenty of tools, and they'll need repairing too. So we have to have a blacksmith.
Right. That should do it. We've got everything we need to start building. Come with me.
How are we doing for food? Nourishment is down to 59, so... Where the hell did he go? Fast little turd. Alright, so it looks like we're building here.
going to build here?
Yes. Shall we get started?
I'm ready.
I'll just quickly check again that we have everything we need. We've still got the means. We'll get stuck in then.
Okay. Our town has a forge. Which means I may actually be able to get some stuff repaired here now when I need to on my way through, which is nice. And of course it gives us another place we can potentially sell stuff. So we can slowly start to actually sell our own goods in our own town as we're finding them. Which will make the gold transfer a hell of a lot faster. Still, that is that one done. Now we do need to make some more money because I need to put some more in. We're only going to have about 1,000 left, and our closest way of doing it is once again to return to Skalitz for a bit of a raid. So that will be our next destination, I think, before we head back south and start tidying up all those quests, because we have a lot to do in that town. Alright, so we have no movement at Skalitz that I can see at this point, but you tend to get a bit of pop in approaching Skalitz, I've noticed. I can hear somebody talking. Where is the talking coming from? Ah, looks like there's a fight going on. So let's park the horse over here. See if we can not be noticed. Would be nice. Alright, so some pretty heavy armor between all of them. And it looks like one side just won. 3 men still standing, so
What? Mother of God, there's something over there. Hey, what's going on? Who's there?
are they seeing me or?
What's going on there? Hey, who's there? What's that?
They don't seem to be reacting to me at all. They seem to be reacting to something.
Hey,
I was
who's there?
sort of hoping I'd be able to sneak
What's going
inside
on?
there,
Who's there?
but that may not be a thing.
What's that? Who's there? What's that? Look. Hey. Hey. What's that? What?
Yeah, I'll see if we can take some of them out by, Alright.
Who's there? What's... Hey, who's there? Who's there? What's that? Hey, who's there?
Too high.
The answer to my prayers. Just...
Shit. Switch of pull. Oh, damn it, Henry, get your sword out. Shield up.
Gone weak at the knees.
Or mace up, more to the point. God, don't let him get behind you.
You'll get what for.
Shit, what the hell? Come on.
Quitting?
Nope. Head cracker, that's what I wanted.
You call that combat?
Shit. The only risk with skeleton, everybody's a bit tougher here.
Come and get it. God!
Bring it on!
Shit, the other one's back up. I really could have used killing him while he was still down. It's now got 3 that can circle me. Stop
Take that!
getting on my backs.
Is that the best you can do?
Like dog! Fucking hell.
You'll get what for. Oh dear, that hurt.
Oh,
Oh shit. The targeting system in this is its weakest point in its combat system. The combat system itself is actually very good, despite what people say. It's the fact that you will get into multi-target fights like this one, but your ability to actually fluidly switch between targets is terrible. Now, it is entirely possible to mod it, but this falls into the Bethesda problem. I find it completely unacceptable when you have to rely on a modder to fix something that should be an obvious problem to the developers of the game. Shit. Basically, if a modder can fix the problem, the developer should have. Fucking hell. How tough are these guys? And
You asked for it. Bring it.
oh, shit. Yeah, now I'm being double-sided. This is what's happening every time I'm trying to get a master stroke in at this point. I think the other guy just fell over in exhaustion, so I've got a limited window to deal with this one. Alright, yes. That's one. He's dead. That's 2. Where's the third one? One here dead. One here dead. This was what we were fighting around. The third one... One of them may have gotten up and ran off. I didn't see him get up and run off, but it doesn't mean it didn't happen. It happened last time I was fighting here as well. Doesn't seem to have run out on the roads. It's alright. 2 out of 3 ain't bad, and we've still got the guys that they were killing inside. Raven's Beak. Horse. Get off the guy that I'm trying to loot. Thank you. Alright, let's take a look at what you've got here. Ansberg. So, after a good session of looting almost all the way to sunset, I ride out with my bags pretty much full. Next stop is going to be Sasau to complete the next series of quests and to sell this off. Thankfully, I got lucky and arrived at a time when all of the Sasau merchants seem to have all their gold reset, so they've actually got something to buy this with as well. Spoiler ahead of time, I made about 8,000 gold in that little run then just into Skeleton. So, as a final note, I'd just like to apologise to anybody if my voice sounds a little bit off at the moment. If you've seen the video going on from, or the photographs and the video going on from this end of the world at the moment, you'll note that there's a hell of a lot of smoke in Australia at the moment, and my area is no different. The nearest fires to me, I've been getting a few questions on them, are actually about 100 to 120 kilometres away, so I'm not in any danger zone. In fact, one of the areas that I'm in is actually very close to one of the smaller evacuation zones. So it's an area that's considered to be a place where people are evacuating to, not evacuating from. So it's a place that's considered to be relatively safe, and it's where they're sending people to get them out of harm's way. So I'm not too concerned about myself, but even here, this far away, visibility here is, you know, between 300 and maybe out to 600 meters in the middle of the day, just due to the density of the smoke. It's terrible. So my throat is kind of shagged at the moment, and is probably going to be for the next couple. But anyways, guys, next video we will be on to Skeleton and on to those quests. Hope you enjoyed this one. Thank you very much for watching, and until next time, remember to click that like video if you did, share and subscribe if you'd like to see more, and as always, take care.